lovelies, welcome to another favorites video, and this one is from the month of July. So I'm just gonna get straight to it because there's a few things as usual. So my first favorite is this new Travels Notebook hotel. So the story is when the Travels Notebook come up with new limited edition covers in April, I was set on getting the records one. But this one caught my eye as well, but I was like umming and ahhing about it because what I really wanted was the Tokyo Station one. But this one, I didn't realize they have a rose gold voile, which I really love, and I don't actually have a standard cover in brown yet. So I was like, do I need it, do I not? And then I decided not to get it that round, just because I've already gotten the records one and I've already gotten like a few other things, so I didn't get it. And I wasn't like 100% with it, that's the thing. But then they restocked it recently, and I was still thinking about it, and then I saw the records one gone out of stock, and then I was like, can I really afford to let it go if it doesn't restock again? But I've been seeing it on like a few people's posts and everything, and I really like the rose gold, and this little key is so cute as well. And I really like this color of the elastic because it's different from the normal brown and matches really nicely with the font, and I just really like the font, so I got it and I love it. So I'm so glad that I actually managed to pick this up before it goes out of stock again. Shout out to bookbinders who actually restock the limited edition ones. And I'm just gonna be quick with this because I think you've already seen this to death anyway. I'm surprised with the fluffiness of this cover, because the cover that I have that is brown, my passport one, this was from probably like 2 or 3 years ago. The cover is so different. I don't know if you can see it, but maybe with a little bit of like reflection you can see it. But this is so much more fluffy than this. This is so smooth, and this is just so much more fluffy, and I just like really like that difference. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like that, which is like, even though it's a little thing. So this actually hosts all the insert I'm trying to get really good at working at. So I'm hoping with this lovely cover, it's gonna encourage me to journal more on this insert. So it has my bullet journal from 2021-2022. I don't really use this very often because I have a notion where all these trackers lives. So usually what I do, like what I did for last year, was to transfer it in the end of the year when it's all complete and just do like transfer it once kind of thing. But I also think this would be a nice insert to look back. Maybe I'll do it because this is 2021-2022, maybe 2020 until 2023 or 2024, and then it'll be nice to look back when I'm finished to see how I've grown during the 4 years. So that's for that. This is my New Zealand insert from 2019 that I still haven't finished. I'm hoping to actually do more spreads on this one as well. And this is my daily Bible journal, which isn't daily anymore and not 2022 because I haven't been keeping up with it. So I'm hoping with like having this cover will actually just inspire me to journal more on this journal. So that's what it's holding right now. But like you can, like, you know, it can change at any time. I like to shuffle things around a fair bit sometimes. That's my first favorite. Speaking about Travels Notebook, I recently gotten this leather balsam by Renapur. This is the brand that is being recommended by Travels Notebook, and it's amazing. How do I show this? It just makes the leather really shiny and supple. So far I've used it on both of these, and you can see how shiny they are compared to I don't think I have one that I haven't done, but this one I haven't really done, but you can see how it's a little bit I don't know if you can see it if I zoom in. Like this part is quite dry. Maybe if I open it up. This part is quite dry, right? You can see the difference of the leather, but this, after you kind of condition it, it becomes so nice and like shiny. I've conditioned this probably like last week or something like that, but it's really nice. It doesn't smell, because usually leather polish actually smells, the ones that you use for your like shoes and stuff anyway, but this one doesn't smell and doesn't have any color, so it's great for this one too. I don't know, I just really like my leather supple and shiny because it just feels so good for the touch. It can get a little bit sticky once you like do the polish, but it gets it dries up quite quickly, so after like a night it'll probably be good to use again. But let me open it and show you guys. Like that's what it looks like, and it's just clear, but I just really like it. It doesn't smell bad, and like the quality is really good. This is also the one that Travel's Notebook recommended, so I figured I'll try and get one to just test it, because this is like one of the smallest one that they have, but I've been really liking it. So here in Australia, it's for one of these is $20 for 20 mils, but you use a little bit and it goes a long way. It comes in a pack with a sponge, the one that I do anyway, and I've already used this for some of my Travel's Notebook. But it's nice that they gave you a sponge as well, so that this is like, instead of using like a microfiber cloth that might be like harsh on your leather, this one is pretty soft and squishy. So yeah, so that's my second favorite. My third favorite is a pet tape. I don't go through a stationery favorite without having a favorite pet tape, and this time it's from Castle on the Clouds. I got this from my paper game order like a few months ago, but this is just like really lovely tape of all this like red color branches. But I also really love how they have all these kind of like journal bits as well, and there's lots of green as well, and there's like that big journal, which I find a little bit hard to use for my use anyway, because I usually use this on my thinking of you book, and it's a little bit big, but I think if I use it on my standard size it would be okay. I mean, like, if you do this is standard size, and if you do that, it's like perfect size, so might use it for that. But I'm not gonna spend too long for this, but I just really like the tape. It's clear, which isn't what I usually prefer, but I've been using it, and I think clear tapes are growing on me, as in if there's if there is matte tape, I would definitely use the matte one. But if there's clear tape, I wouldn't like begrudgingly not get it just because it's a clear tape, if you get what I mean. I've used it a bit on my thinking of you as well, because this is the journal that I keep up with the most, so I used it on this one, and it just looks really nice, like those branches, right? I think I used it once as well before. Like on that one as well, and like I really like it. It actually surprisingly looked really good against the green, because all the red pops out. So I really like that pet tape as well. And I also have another pet tape I've been enjoying, and this one is by Journalpages. I think this is like their spring pet tape. I really love how, let me put that aside for now, so you can see it on like white background. I really love how they have these kind of elements that is already like a little collagey, like that is already a little collagey, and this one as well, and it's already like stuck with a few things. It's just very easy to use, and I really like the color because it just fits in my journal and things like that. So this tape I've been using it quite a lot, surprisingly. The thing with Journalpages tape, sometimes the edges have some kind of like drop shadow. Like this have a little bit of drop shadow, and what else did I see it on? That's the only thing that like I didn't really like, but the design is really nice. Because when you fuzzy cut too close to the shadows, sometimes it has a cast, so it's not really transparent. It just has this like dark stuff. Like this one, if you see, this has like a pink cast and not completely like white. So sometimes when you cut too close, it might get a little bit like, you know, it might not look smooth because it's not transparent, if that makes sense. But I still love this tape, and I've been using it a ton. It looks very nice for like a accompanying tape, I feel like, because like this tape I used a lot of that red one I just showed you from Castle on the Clouds, but I could still put a few of the Journalpages tape, but it doesn't take over the whole thing because they're quite subtle in their colors, so I like that. Like for this one as well, I really wanted to use this Freckles Tea Berries tape, but if I just use that one, it will look same, so I added a lot of the Journalpages ones as well, and it always seems to like blends in nicely with lots of other tapes, so I actually really like it. They use it on somewhere else. For this one, I used the Journalpages one and some of my illustration ones and some stamping. But this is what I was talking about when I said there was a cast on the side. Can you see with this, like the whole tape, it has like this pink shade inside, and then that means when you fussy cut like that, instead of being clean like these ones where it looks like seamless, you can see that there's pinks around that. So that's the only thing I don't like about it, but the design is still pretty nice. So maybe with the ones that has that, if I remember in the future, I would cut bigger and not fussy cut close to the design, so that it doesn't do the like weird cast color like that, because that doesn't look very seamless to me. So that's the only thing. So I'm going to move on to my last favorite, which is these Marvy Plume, what is this, double-ended, what is this even called? So it's Marvy Le Plume 2, and these are the like double-ended brush tip kind of thing. I used to think these are kind of like a Tombow dupe, but their tip are so much smaller, and I actually like it so much more than the Tombow, because I'll do some swatching. I think I took some Tombow out. So these are the Tombows, and I'm going to do the thick and thins, and you can see just how thick the lines are. And the Marvy one, I have another one that's like similar color, just because it's, I don't know why, but it's much smaller to me. Even though if you do this, it doesn't look like there's any difference, right? But look at when I do lettering. So that's Tombow, and that's Marvy. See how much lighter that becomes? It's like if you want to just letter on something really small, it's kind of impossible with Tombow, because even the O becomes like doesn't have the inside because it's really thick. But if we use these, just still thinner, so I'm able to actually use this to on my thinking of you book, and then this is quite tiny as well. I don't know if it's tinier than the Tombow. I can't remember. Yeah, it's definitely tinier than the Tombow. So it's nicer to write in. Like I've used the Marvy one on. I got it from ages ago when I was still doing bullet journaling, but I rediscovered it with this spread. This is the spread I use my Marvy on, and it just looks really nice. I really like that one, the Jury Duty one. And it's just a tiny bit thicker than my Shikiori, which is nice because I've always used my Shikiori on this what do you call it, these pages, but I only have a few colors, so it gets really like, sometimes I don't have like this rich red color for in my Shikiori. So it's nice that I'm able to actually use my Marvy for this one, because like I said, it's like it's so much better than Tombow. And I really, if you're just starting with lettering, I actually recommend this more than Tombow, because they're better priced and they're nicer and thinner than the Tombow. Because sometimes the Tombows are good for like if you're doing like really big lettering, but if you're doing lettering on your journal, the Marvy one I feel is much better. When I first got it, it's really funny because back then I used to use this for stamping as well. It's really weird, but when I first started, I don't have a lot of ink pads, and the one that I got, the first one that I got are the first Magic Dewdrop inks, and those are quite wet. And if you have delicate stamps, it doesn't really like it bleeds into the page a little bit because it's just so wet, and like it takes in a lot of the ink. And before I got into the other ink pads, I was using this quite a lot as inks. What I do, I will show you guys. Ideally, I don't know if this is a great idea, but this is good for kind of like if you're just starting and don't want to buy a lot of ink pads, but want to start doing some stamping. So what I would do is I would kind of like just color in the stamps. Just be careful you don't get to the little crevices and everything, and then you just kind of like stamp it. There you go. And you can get like a lot of colors. So I used that for that too back then, but then I discovered the Memento stamp, and then eventually the Sachiata Iromoyo, which I love. So I don't use these to stamp anymore. But once upon a time, when your girl don't have that much supplies, these really save me for stamping. But also they're really good for lettering, and I rediscovered it again. Hence why it makes it into my favorites video. So it's just like, yeah, just really love this. I just really love this, and you're gonna see it more often. Oh, that's a Tombow. You're gonna see it more often in this for my thinking of you book from now on. So I'll just put that in as well. So that's all for my favorites this month from July. So that's all for the favorites. I'm gonna take you through journaling about this in my stationery favorites journal, but we're gonna cut to another time because I'm actually running a bit late to something else. So stay tuned if you wanna look at, maybe I should show you. So what I do with these favorites, I do a spread about it every month because I want to keep track of my favorites and just why they're my favorite, and then that way the next month I can just look over this and see what I've talked about and what I haven't. So I'm gonna do that after this. So feel free to stay if you wanna look at me, like, you know, create this spread, and I will probably do an update after I finish. So that's gonna be in a bit. So stay if you want to see me make these spreads for July. Okay, and there will be a short update in the end. Okay, see you. So the update for this month is that I'm actually working on a shop update. Hopefully by the time this releases, there's already more things that I've created, but currently as of filming this, I've had one sticker sheet I created, but I really like that one. So it's really encouraging me to start working on the shop again. I'm excited for it again. I can't believe I put it off for so long when what I really needed to do was just like make one and then you'll feel inspired for the next one kind of thing. But I hope that I will be able to release that soon, so wait for it. Hopefully when this comes out it's already there, but in case it doesn't, please know I'm actually actively working on the shop update, which is like a really nice update for me to give you, because for months I've been saying like I really need to work on shop update, but I haven't been feeling inspired or I haven't been having any time to do it. But this time I'm going to work on it, so hopefully that comes out soon. And otherwise everything is as normal. I'm still posting my YouTubes, I'm still streaming in Twitch, I'm still in Instagram most of the time. So if you wanna kind of ask me any questions, feel free to just like hop on to my DM in Instagram. I'll try to answer it, but I'm not always that great at it. Like I get a lot of migraines and sometimes I just don't want to check my phone because it gives me more migraines. Or if sometimes I just don't open Instagram for a whole day or something like that, unless it's to post sunset pictures somehow. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're staying safe and enjoying new things And I hope that stationery favorites video helps you, especially the Marvy Plume is such a hack, I feel like. And this is really good as well if you're looking to start conditioning your tans. And I will see you on the next one. Hope this is useful to you, and stay safe and take care and stay creative. Okay, see you. Bye bye.